I'm going to start knitting the short rows on Stargazing for size 2 to demonstrate how to work these short rows. If you haven't already done so, I strongly advise you watch my earlier video which explains the principle of how to work the short rows, showing the charts and how they relate to the neckline. But I'll actually start working them now to show you how I'm going to do it with size 2. I am at 4 stitches before the beginning of row marker, which is over there, which is the instruction at the end of the neckline of what to do. The orange part that I have colored in here are the short rows at the front, which I will be knitting. This section I will not be knitting because I will be turning around here and here. And these are the other charts for the sleeves and for the back, which I've put in the order that I'll be knitting them. So I am at 4 stitches before the beginning of round marker, which puts me at here. That may actually look like 5 stitches, but one is a make one right stitch. So that doesn't exist at the moment, so I've colored in up to the 4th stitch, which is that one there. So you can see that I'll be starting this size with the main color, and then I've got 2 contrast colors, and then I make the stitch, and the raglan stitch is also in the main color. And then I'll be carrying the float across the sleeve, because the sleeve doesn't have any contrast color, but I need to carry the contrast color across in order to work it along the back. So let's start with reattaching the yarn, which is the main color over here. So I will work this 1 stitch over here. I now attach the contrast color, which is over here, and I'm going to knit these 2 stitches here. I then make 1 stitch, make one right, in the main color, and that is the raglan stitch over there. And I've now come to the red indicator on the chart, which is the beginning of round marker, which I'll slip over there. Now I will work across the sleeve. I'll catch the contrast color at the back because I'll need it when I come to working the back. So first it's the raglan stitch, and it is make one left, then I knit and catch this in the meantime. I'll just catch at every 3rd row, every 3rd stitch, sorry. And I need to knit to 1 stitch before the marker. Then I make one right. Over there. Catch the contrast color at the back, and I have now come to the marker over there, so slip that across. Now I will work across the back, starting over here. So I've got the raglan stitch, which is that one. I've got make one left, again in the main color, I'm battling to pick these up today because it's actually midsummer here and it's really, really hot and everything feels sticky. Okay, there we go. Made the stitch there. Then we can see the next 2 stitches are actually contrast colors, so I'll knit those, then I knit main color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll catch the float again after 3. 1, 2, 3. So let me catch that. So that's 2. This is another 2. So that's 2, 4. Oh, I've worked too many. 2, 4, 6. I need 5. So let's undo that one. Okay. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. So now I'm at 1 contrast color, 1 main color over there, 3 contrast colors, 1, 2, 3, and now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's double check that. 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Contrast colors. 1, 2, 3. 1 main color. 1 contrast color. Again, here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Main color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. 2 contrast color stitches. As you can see, I mix up the throwing method with the continental method, whatever suits me. Then I've got to make 1 right stitch in main color, so let's work that one. The raglan stitch in main color, and I have come to the raglan marker between the back and the right sleeve, so I will slide that marker, and now I come to the sleeve chart. So I've got the raglan, make 1 left, let me catch this contrast color at the back. So I'll work across the sleeve here. It's all in the main color. Until 1 stitch before, which is over there. I've now got make 1 right. Raglan stitch, and now I'm at this marker here, which is the marker between the right sleeve and the front, which I've marked with different color stitch markers. So I will slide that marker, which means I now come to the short row again. The raglan increases are part of the raglan instructions, so I will work those too. Make 1 left. I have now come to the instructions where it says work the raglan stitches 4 times around, because I've now finished the raglan increases the 4th time, and the instructions say to work 3 stitches in turn, so that is these 3 stitches. two of them in contrast color. 1, 2, and one in main color. There we go. And now I'm going to turn for my German short row over here, going to come over there. So I'll turn the work. I'll slide that stitch across, and I'll begin to work this row in reverse. But as you can see, I'm now at the stitch. This is the double stitch, which is over here, and so I need to work this stitch next, and I can see that because it's above the white stitch. So what I'm going to do, see, I need contrast color over here. I'm going to twist this around here so that it doesn't leave a hole. And when I come back around, I'll be knitting the double stitch together. So there, I've got one stitch over there. I now have 2 stitches in main color. And this last stitch is the raglan stitch. And as you can see, I'm working the chart now in reverse because I'm on the wrong side. This is the marker again. So I go back to the sleeve. Catching the floats with the pearl is not quite as simple, but I'll show you what I do. There's no increases because we're here. We are working now from left to right because we're on the wrong side. So just twist that there as well. I'll just purl across till I come to the marker. So I'm now at this marker, and I'll be knitting across the back. So I'm at this marker here. This marker is this marker. So I'm going to work across where it says short row 2, S2. So I've got 3 stitches in main color. There's the marker. Oops, I'm going to go back slightly because I want to catch this float over here. If you're going to catch the float, just make sure it's long enough. You don't want the work puckering. So I've now worked that stitch. So I've got 2 more in main color. I've now got 1 stitch here in contrast color. I'll just confirm that it looks like it should, which it has because it's got a little L there, and I had there's the 2 stitches below, the 1 stitch there, and now I've got 2, 4, 5. Main color stitches across. And now let's just confirm that, 2, 4, 5, 2 contrast color stitches. Again, I'll twist that. Work these 2 contrast color. Now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 main color stitches. With my method, you can see the yarn does tend to get a bit twisted, so every now and again I'll untwist them.